Hello YarnTubers, welcome back to Dana's Wanderlust Crochet, where today we're going to learn how to make this chunky challenge scarf for the January and February 2024 scarf challenge. So stay tuned. Okay, the yarn I'm using today right here on my wool Jeanie is the I Love This Chunky Hobby Lobby. It is, the color is Sand Frost. And it calls for it's a 5 chunky, 100% acrylic, calls for a 6.5 millimeter hook. No thank you. No thank you. We are going to use an 8 millimeter size L Yarnology hook. Very inexpensive. I've got my yarn needles. I've got a little handful of stitch markers and some cheap scissors. Let's get started. If you prefer to chain up, that is great. Go ahead and chain up. But for this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I did it. I did 14 foundation chainless foundation double crochet. Let's zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Now I chain 2, yarn over, insert my hook into the back of that first chain, yarn over, bring up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. Sure I will. Pull through 1. And then do the 2 and 2 of your first double crochet. And that first pull through leaves us with a little chain stitch to put our hook into. Oh, yarn over first. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I now have 2 double crochet foundation stitches, chainless foundation, and I always have to mark the first one. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to yarn over, and I always try to keep track of where that chain is with my thumb. So insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1. And when I pull through 1, that's the chain that I'm going to put my hook into. Move this. That's taking up my focus. So that's the chain that I'm going to put my hook into. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and there's that chain that I made. I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook in there. Let's do that one more time, and then I'm going to meet you at the end. So yarn over, pull through 1, right there. I kind of keep my fingers on that. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And we are going to do that until we have 14. You can count 14 of these tops of these chains at the end of this first row. Be right back. Okay, we can do the last 2 together. There is that chain that I made. I'm going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 for the next chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 13. Yarn over, and I always try to make sure that I'm only going under these 2 loops and not this other one that tends to get in the way. So there's number 14. Now I'm not chaining up. Now I'm going to turn this so that the backs of the stitches are facing me. I'm not going to chain up. This is what I'm doing on this on this scarf. So this last double crochet that I made before turning, I'm going to insert my hook, and I'm going to do pretty much a waistcoat stitch. Hard to say. So there's a single crochet, and I'm going to go right in between those front bars and pull that dog hair out of there and do another single crochet, and that is my first double crochet. Then I'm going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. There's always two double crochet on each end of these middle rows. So I am going to do front post, back post until I have 2 double crochets left. So the next, I went into the top of that stitch, I went into the top of that stitch. Now I'm going to go front post around this stitch, going around behind, bringing up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then I'm going to identify my next double crochet, yarn over, come in from behind to do a back post double crochet. Easy peasy. And you guys might think this thing is tugging on me. When it moves, it is so light I can barely feel it. I can't even feel it, and it'll spin backwards, it'll spin forwards, it does not get tangled. So okay, so the next one is front post, double crochet, and a back post, double crochet, front post. I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this easy scarf, if you've crocheted for a minute, you know how to do front post, back post. If you've never done it, you can see how easy it is. I locate my next stitch, and instead of going into the top of a stitch, I come down here to the post and go from front to back for a front post. Easy, easy. Then I locate my next stitch, my next post, yarn over, and I come around from behind the work, around that post, from back to front and then back again, and do a double crochet. And I'm going to do this until I have 2 stitches left. There's 4 right now, so front post, and back post. And then I locate my last stitch and my second to last stitch. So that is going to be a double crochet in the second to last and a double crochet in the last stitch. Let's get rid of this and make sure I'm going into the right spot. There we go. So it's 14 stitches across. 2 regular double crochet, then I do front post, back post for 10 stitches and 2 double crochet. I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to do the same thing I did at the beginning of the last row. Is I'm going to locate that first stitch, do a single crochet, insert my hook between the 2 legs of that stitch and do another single crochet, and that is the first double crochet of my row. It's a standing double crochet. So yarn over, and I'm going to put a regular double crochet into that stitch, and then I'm going to do my second row of front post, back post, ending with 2 regular double crochet at the end. So I'll do these 2 with you, front post and back post. So you kind of got to dig it out sometimes. And I will meet you at the end of the row. Okay, let's see. I just did a back post. I'm going to do a front post. And the last back post. And then 2 regular double crochet. On top of that standing stitch. Now, what I'm going to do next is 2 rows of regular double crochet. So I'm going to start it with my standing stitch, and then just do 2 rows of, oh, I got stuck up against the side of the cabinet there. I got to move it. It's got to be freewheeling. Okay, now just 2 rows of double crochet, 14 per row, and I'll meet you back when I'm done. Okay, I just kept going with my pattern, but the pattern is 2 rows of front post, back post, and then 2 rows of double crochet. The whole pattern is done in double crochet stitches, starting with the foundation row of double crochet, and then the next row of double crochet, and then you do 2 rows of double crochet, 2 rows of post stitches, 2 rows double crochet, 2 rows of post stitches. I have just started, I joined my second skein of I Love This Chunky, and now I will meet you at the end. I just did two rows of post stitches and 2 rows of regular double crochet. I'll see you at the end. I told you this pattern was easy. Okay, yarn tubers, she is done. I have finished. This is how much I've got left of my second skein of the chunky yarn, and I am just going to do this and grab my cheap scissors and my needles. I am going to weave in my ends. I've got an end here. I've got the 2 ends where I joined the yarn right here, and I've got the end where I started. So this is my chunky challenge scarf. I hope some of you can get some use out of these. 2 skeins of I Love This Chunky, an 8mm hook, and all your notions, and you are good to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I love you guys. Bye.